We often read different philosophy and different point of view of different teachings, but sometimes most most of the time all the teaching get us to the same plane, and that is true because most of the ancient teaching, philosophical teaching and spiritual teaching has insisted on a very same concept of enlightenment or awakening of oneself or true self realization. But sometimes we encounter to some philosophy that deeply impact us and gives us to internal thoughtfulness. The same thing happened to me when I first encountered with this phrase, that was, if you meet Buddha, kill the Buddha. In the first place, it will seems to be very radical, very extreme, but it has a very deep meaning related to it. How? That what I also googled, searched, and read about it. Then I got to know about the Zen philosophy. Yeah, Zen philosophy is a philosophical root that belongs to basically Buddhist culture, and this philosophy differ itself from Buddhist philosophy because it doesn't insist on the whole teaching of the Buddha. As the phrase, the thought of Zen teaching itself states that if you meet Buddha, kill the Buddha. Here, the Buddha the is the any authority, any teacher, or any picturization of authority. And this Zen's teaching always emphasize on what is truly present there, that the moment. That why you find this quote killing the Buddha, because the this philosophy assigns the supreme authority of Buddha over teaching of oneself, because although Buddha is considered to be the supreme teacher and has given very thoughtful and deep methods to gain oneself, but at the end of the day, he is not truly present, and all we see is a pictorial view. And Zen philosophy emphasizes on gaining the enlightenment, that don't call enlightenment, but they call it saint sont or something. I'll have to see, because they believe we all are awakened maybe the frequency of awareness and entire enlightenment differ at each stage and each time. There is a story saying when the man reached to a monk asking for the way to liberation, the monk just gave him signals towards brooks and said that is the way of enlightenment. That was not any magical way that will be heading towards some heaven or a spiritual awakened place, but the brook had sound of the water flowing, and that sound at that point of time engaged the man and got himself focused, and at that moment all the thought of that man was vanished. That was also the short of that was also a short of enlightenment, but for a very small period of time with a very small intensity. That is why Zen teaching always emphasized what is present there, being the witness, always being the witness of what going on. The, this whole doctrine has structured over being the witness of the present, like uh, it has always explained how to be the witness of the pain, because the pain is the exact moment when oneself become aware. In happiness we might not be very aware, we might not be very awakened, but in pain we become very awakened and aware, and this is a whole other concept that needs a separate video. But I think so I will just give a brief intro about this thing, how pain is the ultimate way to enlightenment. This is a short brief, I will give you a short brief because it will take a full video of 9 to 10 minutes to explain this deeply. So watching the pain itself will make you aware, just sitting and watching it, the pain that you are going through, because at the moment of pain you are you are at the peak of your awareness. How you may not found yourself aware, you will find yourself to be you crazy, you become crazy in pain, you become disordered in pain, and once you release that disorderedness and uncomfort and just try to see the pain, you will find that we are never that aware in the happy or joy moments as you were in this pain. So I hope I made myself clear about killing the Buddha doctrine. Thank you.